Oh, there he is. Wow,
はい、
so
元気です。
cool. I recognize him. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wow, look at this. Hello.
はい、はい。会えて嬉しいです。あなただけずっと見てますし、とても今回も楽しませてもらいました。ずっと楽しかった。
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm a big fan of Godzilla Minus One. It's just such a beautiful film, and I think that seeing movie makers who are able to make spectacle films like that are, true to the nature of what a Godzilla film is. It's not making fun of Godzilla movies. It's totally loves them, but then it also has the human element that it's about people and human beings first and foremost. And their plight is it's one of my favorite movies of the past few years. So thank you.
ありがとうございます。Thank you. Thanks so much. 僕も、今回のスーパーマンの素晴らしいところは、彼がとても人間的なスーパーマンだったっていうことだなというふうに思ってます。やっぱり痛みを感じてるし、ものすごく敵が強いところで必死に戦ってる感じがとても素晴らしくて、ものすごく身近に感じられる新しいスーパーマンになってるんじゃないかなというふうに思ってます。でも何よりも素晴らしかったのは犬クリプトクリプトが最高でしたね。僕も保護猫飼ってるんですけど、ガンさんの保護犬を飼ってるって話を聞いてすごい楽しみにしてたんですけども、クリプトが可愛くて本当に犬ならではの動きをしてたし、なおかつめちゃくちゃ強くてピンチになると助けに来るし、もうクリプトがいることで今回のスーパーマンは今までのスーパーマンよりはるかに素晴らしいスーパーマンになってるんじゃないかなっていう、それはもうかなりクリプトによるところが大きいんじゃないかなっていう。
I have a rescue cat also. I have a rescue cat and two rescue dogs. So
to rescue cat.
Very good. Thanks. I wanted to. I mean, first of all that dog stuff is all based on videos of my dog. Like my dog bites my feet all the time. So when he started doing it, I just videotaped it, and that's what we used as a reference for him biting Superman's feet. But I wanted to make sure that we had a Superman. When I grew up reading comics, I grew up, falling in love with not only the various characters in the comic books, but there was a whole world of superheroes with giant robots and kaiju and flying dogs and magic and sorcery and science that was almost like sorcery, and tons of superheroes. And I wanted to recreate what I felt like as a kid reading those comic books, where we're entering this magical world, and it's a universe. It's not just our Earth with Superman placed in it, which is usually how Superman movies kind of play, but it is another, history.
やっぱり何よりセンスオブワンダーっていうか不思議なものがたくさん出てきながら、でもなおかつものすごい不思議な世界があるのに全部納得できるキャラクターたちのコメディに人間らしいコメディにそこが集約してる。本当に見事な腕だなと思います。それは前から思ってたんですけど、改めてやっぱりこういうことが上手な感じなんだなっていうふうに思いました。
Oh, thank you so much. It means so much. I mean, that's probably the best compliment I've gotten on this movie so far. So, thank you so much. This has been it's been number one. It's been the hardest movie I've ever made by far. But it was also the one that I really felt from the beginning was I wanted to make a story about someone who was good and someone who had goodness in their heart, because we live in a world where it's not so great in so many ways, and mean people have sort of risen to the top and they sort of dominate the conversation, and it's a world where I think kindness is the most rebellious punk rock thing you can possibly do. And that's what Superman is to me, is ultimately he's just a really kind and loving guy, and that's what makes him Superman more so than his strength.
そういう意味ではとてもある種現代の世相もちゃんと反映してる感じがあって、それもすごく新しい感じがしたのと、やっぱり今僕らが解決していかなきゃいけない問題を多分スーパーマンがいてくれたらすごく助かるんじゃないなっていう 希望も、その中にあるような気がして、でも、いろんな人たちの心の中にいるスーパーマンが、この映画を見たときに、ちょっと蘇って少し世界が良くなるんじゃないかなっていう気持ちになりました。
I would hope that's from your lips. I think it is at the end of the day there's a sadness to the movie because we don't have a Superman in this world. But hopefully people can see the movie and see that each of us are Superman and each of us can be Superman and each of us have the chances to make life better in small ways. We don't have to beat up the Godzilla. We can, be kind to the person that, is not so kind to us. We can, not make fun of people. We can, the things we can do, we can, just do the best we can to change the world, make it a better place. And hopefully, some kid will be out there that will see this movie and he will be Superman in 15 years and save us.
とてもそういう意味では、いろんな人たちの気持ちに響く作品じゃないかなっていうふうに思いますし、スーパーマン自体が、とても、今までのスーパーマンより、弱さというか、敵にめちゃくちゃボロボロにされて痛みを感じながら、辛い中で一生懸命戦っているっていうことで、よりお客さんたちは自分たちの中にいるスーパーマンに気づくことができる、共感できるんじゃないかなっていう気がしたんで、すごく良かったんですけど、やっぱりそれは、スーパーマンすごく、今までよりは傷つきやすい人物に設定したのはそういう目的なんでしょうか。共感を高めるために。
Yeah, for a couple of reasons. I mean, there's a really practical reason, which is a lot of people, some people find Superman less interesting because they view him as too powerful. And I wanted a Superman that was the most powerful entity on Earth, but also, isn't unbeatable. He can lose. And I think the stakes become more important in that way. But I think more importantly was focusing on the vulnerability of him as his psychological vulnerability. And the fact that it's a person who's struggling with how he's always viewed himself in a certain way. He's always had a little bit of an ego, of a sacred vision of himself as being sent here by these parents, and he starts to change his mind as the course of the film goes on and starts to reevaluate how he sees himself and has to learn how to own his own choices and own who he is and what he believes in and not make it because of some outside force.
とても一番最初のスーパーマンのちゃんとした継承者というか、あの時見た、僕らの世代があれを初めて見た時のショックみたいなものが今のお客さんに同じようなショックを与えることができている気がした。ショックというか、すごいのを見たっていう気持ちを与えることができているような気がして、なんかそれがとても素敵だなと思っていました。というのは僕もゴジラで、おそらく初代のゴジラを見た時に、当時の人が感じていたような恐怖感とかそういうものを今のお客さんに感じてほしくてマイナスワンを作ったので、そこがちゃんとその初代のものを大切にしながら、その時の衝撃を現代にもう一回やり直して同じような衝撃を与えられるように作ってるっていう感覚があって、とてもそこは共感しました。勝手ながら共感しました。
Well, that was, I mean, you did more than that. I think that the Godzilla Minus One is just, it's so beautiful though. It's so many things. I really think it's a revolutionary film, and I think it's, one of the things I get, sometimes I'm troubled by in the film industry is it seems like people make, what are thought of as artsy movies that are good, and then people make commercial movies with popular IP, which are the only ones that people are going to see in theaters for good or for bad, and they're just shoveled out there, and the filmmakers don't seem to be making them with love. And the first thing I look for in these movies is there a creator, a filmmaker behind this film that is doing it with love? Are they putting love into it? Do they care about the movie themselves, or are they just doing it to make some money? And I mean, Godzilla Minus One is that times 1,000. It's so apparent that you love the characters, that you care about who they are, you care about their stories, you know, and the love that comes in what you did with the visual effects and approaching them in a way that you're thinking outside the box of how people have done it before. I'm always trying to figure out ways to think outside of the box with the way we produce or manage a film set, you know. We use VFX, whatever. How are we going to shoot Superman flying? We had to do tons of ways of thinking about, you know, shooting it more like Top Gun with, like, you know, the camera moves around as if there's another person flying, holding the camera. And it's just, it was, that movie was definitely, that was exactly the kind of cinema that I love going to see. And I think that there's only, you know, 3 or 4 filmmakers in the world right now who are doing that kind of stuff that I admire in such a big way. And so you're one of those people.
本当に。レンさんもそうだし、僕もそうだと思うんだけど、劇場で見てもらいたい。劇場のお客さんをちゃんとまた取り戻したいっていう思いが僕はすごくあるんですけど、やっぱりスーパーマンもとても、そういう作品だと思いますし、劇場で見るべき作品だなっていうふうに、とても感じました。ただ、ものすごく前の件は売れてるみたいだし、あと、予告の回数がとんでもないじゃない。逆に今プレッシャーないですかって言って、どんな気持ちなの
？I'll tell you, I feel less pressure now than when tickets went on sale. So it's like, I feel positive. I feel like we have a movie that we love, that we get to share with people. So of course I always feel pressure. I always feel scared. You know, I was made to make movies, not to go out and do this. I don't like this. I like talking to you because I'm a fan of yours, but I don't like going out and, you know, doing press and all that stuff. It's not I don't like releasing the movie. I don't like any of it. I really just want to go make another movie. So, I think that, I always feel the pressure at this point, but it can be enjoyable. And luckily I like the people who are around me, and I like this cast quite a bit, and it's fun, you know, working with the DC Studios folks. So it's, but the short answer is yes, I feel pressure.
今日の時間短かったけど、とてもお話ししたいので、またレースに行ったらぜひ会いたいです。
Oh, please do. We'll make sure we get your information. We'll figure something out. You can come by and see DC Studios and show you the original Superman costume that's in my office.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.